Morning, good morning, good morning. Carol Davis here with a spot of sunshine just for you. So, how are you? Today's Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. Yay! Guess what? I don't know where you are, but in California, we only have like 11 more days. I don't know, June 15th, everything hops open. It's kind of exciting and kind of scary. But it's okay because we've been kind of transitioning slowly and it feels open right now. Because I haven't been unable to do anything I wanted to do, which means I have a very exciting life, right? I do most of it right from inside my house. So pretty much the whole pandemic, I'm okay. Yesterday was exciting for me personally because I got out of the house. Well, I went to the mall. I've been walking in the mall, which that's easy peasy. But, you know, even when we were closed down, they kind of opened it for walking. But I did something different yesterday. I went to Barnes & Noble, to the bookstore, and walked all around those aisles. I didn't buy anything. I just wanted to feel, not touch feel, but just feel just feel it, what it's like to be in the midst of all those books. And all those brilliant minds, surrounded by brilliant minds and their words. And then I went to their coffee shop in Barnes & Noble and got a treat for me and just sat there and just felt the energy from the bookstore. It was wonderful. Anyways, that's not why we're here, are we? We're here to, I'm here to give you a little sunshine, and I do that by reading a children's book every day. And this book, a lot of people think it's a children's book, and it certainly couldn't be, but I think it's an adult book. Well, actually, I think everything I read is an adult book, but this one of my favorites. Throughout the years, I have given this as a gift numerous times, and I would invite you to try it for yourself. It's called Hope for the Flowers, and I have no clue how to switch the screen. So if you know, however, sometime to switch the screen, let me know, and then things will show up right side. Anyway, Hope for the Flowers. And if you listen carefully, you'll see how it relates to we humans and to the life we're living now and have been, unfortunately, for a long time. Climbing the ladder, climb, get to the top, get to the top. You don't know where you're going, but it must be worth it because so many people are climbing over each other and climbing to get there. And nothing's there. Ready? Ready? Once upon a time, a tiny striped caterpillar burst from the egg, which had been home for so long. "Hello, world," he said. "It sure is bright out here in the sun." "I'm hungry," he thought, and straight away began to eat the leaf he was born on. And he ate another leaf and another and got bigger and bigger and bigger until one day he stopped eating and thought, there must be more to life than just eating and getting bigger. It's getting dull. So Stripe crawled down from the friendly tree, which had shaded and fed him. He was seeking more. So see, you identify with this already? No matter what we have, we're all happy. Finally, I have it all. Then pretty soon, we need more. We need more. There were all sorts of new things to find. Grass and dirt and holes and tiny bugs. Each fascinated him, but nothing satisfied him. When he came across some other crawlers like himself, he was especially excited. But they were too busy eating. They had no time to talk, just as Stripe had been. They don't know any more about life than I do, he sighed. Then one day, Stripe saw some crawlers really crawling. He looked around for their goal and saw a great column rising to the sky, high in the air. When he joined them, he discovered the column was a pile of squirming, pushing caterpillars. It was a caterpillar pillar. What? There it is, a caterpillar pillar. Yay! It appeared that the caterpillars were trying to reach the top. But the top was so lost in the clouds that Stripe had no idea what was there. But he felt new excitement, like sap rising in the spring. Maybe I'll find what I'm looking for. Full of agitation, Stripe asked a fellow crawler. Hi, Vilma. Do you know what's happening? I just arrived myself, said the other. Nobody has time to explain. They're so busy trying to get wherever they're going, up there. But what's at the top? Continued Stripe. No one knows that either, but it must be awfully good, because everybody's rushing there. Goodbye. I've no more time. He plunged into the pile. Stripe's head was bursting with the new drive. He couldn't get his thoughts together. Every second, another crawler passed him and disappeared into the pillar. There's only one thing to do. He pushed himself in. The first moments on the pile were shock. Stripe was pushed and kicked and stepped on from every direction. It was climb or be climbed, like corporate America. Stripe climbed. No more fell caterpillars or stripes on Stripe's pile. They became only threats and obstacles, which he turned into steps and opportunities. This single-minded approach really helped, and Stripe felt he was getting much higher. But some days it seemed he could manage only to keep his place. It was especially then that an anxious shadow nagged inside. What's at the top, he whispered. Where are we going? On one exasperated day, Stripe couldn't stand it any longer and actually yelled back, I don't know, but there's no time to think about it. A little yellow caterpillar he was crawling over gasped. What did you say? I was just talking to myself, Stripe mumbled. It really isn't important. I was just wondering where we're going. Now here's Stripe and his new friend. Yellow. Brilliant, right? Yellow. Okay. You know what Yellow said? I was wondering that myself, but since there's no way to find out, I decided it wasn't important. She blushed at how silly this sounded, quickly adding, no one else seems to worry about where we're going, so it must be good. But she blushed again. How far are we from the top? Stripe answered gravely, since we're not at the top and we're not at the bottom, we must be in the middle. Oh, said Yellow, and they both began climbing again. But now Stripe had a new feeling. He felt bad. He had lost his single-mindedness. How can I step on someone I've just talked to? Stripe avoided Yellow as much as possible, but one day there she was, blocking the only way up. Well, I guess it's you or me, he said, and stepped squarely on her head. Something in the way Yellow looked at him made him feel just awful about himself. Like, no matter what is up there, it just isn't worth it. Stripe crawled off Yellow and whispered, I'm sorry. And you know, you don't say that in corporate America. And Yellow began to cry. I could stand this life hoping in what was ahead until I met you talking to yourself that day. Since then, my heart just hasn't been in it, but I don't know what to do. I didn't know how badly I felt about this life until then. Now when you look at me so kindly, I know for sure I don't like this life. I just want to do something like crawl with you and nibble grass. Stripe's heart leapt inside. Everything looked different. The pillar made no sense at all. I would like that too, he whispered. But this meant giving up the climb. A hard decision. Yellow, dear, maybe we're close to the top. Maybe if we help each other, we can get there quickly. Maybe, she said. But they both knew this wasn't what they wanted most. Let's go down, Yellow said. Okay, and they stopped climbing. They clung to each other as masses of caterpillars crawled over them. The air was terrible, but they were happy with each other and made a big ball so nobody could step in their eyes and stomachs. They did nothing at all for what seemed like a long time. Suddenly, They didn't feel anything crawling over them. They unrolled and opened their eyes. They were at the side of the caterpillar pillar. And I have to end it there for today. We're going to pick up tomorrow. They're resting at the bottom and at the side of the caterpillar pillar. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.